Excited for Christmas, dear. As she went to bed, I placed her gift under the Christmas tree, had a nibble of a mince pie and a swig of the sherry, and then leapt into my sleigh and took off without fear. Be sure to ask your mummy before you write again next year. Taking flight into the night, Rudolph's nose shining bright, presents wrapped up in bows, secured nice and tight. The flight was very bumpy, but my landing was a corker as I settled my sleigh upon a rooftop in the heart of Yorkshire. With my sack full of toys, I looked all around. I heard a little sniffle, a concerned crying sound. I looked behind the sofa, behind the Christmas tree, and there I found a little girl.
Well, good morning, Merry Christmas. Welcome to AMT Headingley Stadium for the Wetherby Whaler festive challenge between Leeds Rhinos and Wakefield Trinity. What better way to spend a Boxing Day than putting your feet up, working your way for a few of those turkey sandwiches and getting stuck into 80 minutes of live rugby league here on Super League Plus. Leeds and Wakefield, of course, their first hit out of this pre-season as they start on the road back to the Betfred Super League in February. Two teams, preparations have been well underway for weeks, of course. Let's hear from both head coaches. Well, Brad, first game of pre-season for you guys, an opportunity to get back at the home patch as well. How good is it to be back here on Boxing Day?
Yeah, it's exciting. Boys have been working hard now for a 6-week window, and it's a bit different and unique for me, this experience, playing a game on Boxing Day and only having 6 weeks to get a team ready. But we want to make sure that the boys just get through today nice and healthy and they actually enjoy the occasion.
Your first pre-season, of course, as Leeds Rhinos head coach. How good has it been to get the team together for that extended period and be really able to work on stuff?
Yeah, it was probably fortunate that I had, like that 2 months at the back end of the season to try and instill a few discipline things that we wanted to push. But the pre-season's been tough. It's been long. The days have been long, but the response has been really good from the boys. We've had a couple of injuries along the way, which is not great, but it's you need to push them to the point where they're close to breaking, but they're not going over the top. But the boys have really enjoyed it. Hopefully, we see some of those signs today. And it is a trial match, but there's a few things that aren't on trial for us today. Like around our team identity, who we want to be. That shouldn't be on trial. And what our game plan looks like in the Rhinos jersey.
You've named a strong side, obviously a big interchange bench for these games. How do you strike the balance between looking at certain combinations and getting things right in terms of performance, but also getting miles in the tank and minutes under belts?
Yeah. The starting back line, 1 to 7 will play the straight 40 and then they'll come off and that's it. They won't get any more time after that. Their forwards will play in blocks of 20 minutes, and whether they're tired or they're still feeling fine, we'll be disciplined with it and bring them off at the 20-minute mark. And so hopefully most of our forwards will be able to get 40 minutes. The back rows will play a straight 40. It's exciting that we're going to have a lot of kids out there that in the last 40 and see how they handle it.
Yeah, how much is it an opportunity for them to kind of put their hand up and show that they're ready for a shirt?
Well, it's good experience. You can't give them experience from training. You've got to give them experience through playing. So this is an opportunity for them to get that experience and learn some things on the run. And it's fortunate, that there's no 2 points up for grabs, so you can afford to let them get a few things wrong and learn from it.
Well, best of luck today, mate.
All right, thank you.
Well, Darryl, good to see you again. An opportunity for your boys to get a real competitive hit out, first one of the pre-season. How useful is this game at this time of the year for you guys to see where you're at?
I was just talking to the boys just about last year and how useful it was. Obviously a different scenario going in the Super League this year, but we had a real good look at what we were, the potential within the team, and we played really well in the first half last year and then got reeled in a little bit in the second half. The result really doesn't matter. It's more about attitude and some of the things that we've worked on, applying those and new combinations. So yeah, look, it's a tough game to prepare for, obviously around Christmas and so short into our pre-season, but a good opportunity for us to see where we're at.
It must have been a very different pre-season so far this year. You're obviously coming into this off the back of a superb season of the Betfred Championship, and you're not doing the kind of squad building thing that you were probably doing this time last year. Has this been a real opportunity to just build on what's been before this time?
Yeah, I think so. Obviously, we set ourselves a foundation last year, but then we've signed 10 new players, so there's a lot of integration of those guys into the team. We won't do a whole heap of that today because there's quite a few players playing, but then a number of players who aren't out there today. But yeah, good opportunity for us to really build on the sort of attitude that we've shown over the last 12 months, and Leeds are pretty heavy here. They're going all guns blazing, so it's a good challenge for us to see where we're at and what we've done in pre-season, and then it gives us a chance to then grow on the back of that, have a look at some of the things that we might need to tidy up a little bit in what we've got left of our pre-season.
You mentioned those new signings, and obviously it's an extended bench, so you rotate a lot. How do you kind of manage that balance between having a look at combinations and performances, but also getting minutes in tank and getting that match sharpness up to scratch?
They're always a little bit awkward, these games, because you put in quite a few young players on as you get into the second half, and combinations aren't quite there. So some of our young players have had 2 or 3 sessions with us. So I understand that, but we just manage it from a coaching perspective as well as we can, and then we want to see how these young boys acquit themselves against a really tough opposition.
Well, best of luck today, mate.
Thank you.
That's all.
Yeah, always an exciting time of year when we get into these first pre-season friendlies. 2 head coaches there have already done plenty of work, of course, to get their teams into this position. Still a couple of months or so until we get underway in the Betfred Super League, but a Christmas cracker for you this lunchtime as Leeds take on Wakefield Trinity in the Wetherby Whaler Festive Challenge. Wakefield, of course, back in the big time in the Betfred Super League. But let's have a look at how the home team line up this afternoon. They start off with new signing Jake Connor in the one shirt at fullback. And how about this for a wing pairing? Micah Sevo making his first appearance in the Leeds Rhino shirt. And Ryan Hall makes his Headingley return. The club and the ground, of course, where he made so many memories and so much history. Inside them, it's a familiar centre pairing of Harry Newman and Ash Hanley, and they play behind a half-back pairing of Brodie Croft and Matt Frawley. In the front row for the Rhinos this lunchtime, Mikolaj Oledzki, Andy Ackers and Keenan Palacia start things off with a second row of James Bentley and James McDonald. And Cameron Smith, club captain, of course, locks in the pack for the Rhinos in this first 40 minutes. So let's have a look at how Wakefield Trinity line up. Josh Rourke makes his first Wakefield appearance after a glittering season in the Betfred Super League last year with London Broncos. He's got a wing pairing of Ollie Pratt and Lachlan Walmsley joining him in the back three. Cam Scott and Corey Hall line up in the centres for Wakefield this afternoon. It's a new look half-back pairing as well. Jake Truman and Ollie Russell in the 6 and 7 jerseys, and then Caleb Welly, Harvey Smith and Kai Rodwell are the front row with Seth Nicotimo, Isaiah Vagana and Matthew Koza completing the pack. So there, that is how your 2 sides line up, the starting 13s. This afternoon, of course, extensive interchange benches for both sides, so I think we can expect plenty chopping and changing as both coaches shuffle their pack a little bit to get minutes into the legs in this pre-season game. Alongside me this afternoon, bringing you this game, very pleased to have Leeds Rhino star Lockie Miller in the commentary box with us. Lockie, obviously not out there yourself this afternoon, but what a great opportunity for your teammates to get some minutes in the legs and fine-tune some of the stuff you've been doing in pre-season.
Yeah, exactly right. Obviously I'd love to be out there, but wasn't the case this year. But yeah, it's good to get the boys to get out there and put everything that we've put in hard work in over the past 6 weeks, and yes, I'm really looking forward to this one.
One of the great kind of rugby league traditions in this part of the world, the Boxing Day friendly, as we're let out, both teams let out 2 reindeer, Santa, and then behind him Ash Hanley leads out the Leeds Rhinos, Ryan Hall next to him as well. Fantastic reception when he came out for warm-up, back in the Leeds Rhinos jersey after so long away. Plenty of new signings in that side as well. Micah Sevo there at the end of the line, and then following them, Wakefield Trinity back in the big time. A fantastic Betfred Championship season for them earmarks their return to the Super League. We're really interested to see what Daryl Powell is putting together there, as he alluded to earlier. 10 new signings for Trinity as they look to make a real dent in this Betfred Super League 2025 campaign. Great crowd building up around us as well. The locals have come out for this Boxing Day tradition, this festive Wetherby Whaler Classic. Two teams, I'm sure, are going to serve up plenty of entertainment this Boxing Day lunchtime. We are going to have, before we kick off, we are going to have a minute's silence in memory of all the players and supporters from both clubs that were lost in 2024. So the referee's whistle will mark the beginning of this minute's silence in memory of those who we lost in 2024. A wonderful tribute to those that we lost in 2024, including, of course, the great Rob Burrow, CBE, and now Headingley bursts back into life at the beginning of this 2025 Rugby League season. It's a strong backline, it's a strong side that Brett Arthur has put out for this first 40 minutes, as he alluded to in his pre-match interview. You can expect some fairly wholesale changes at the break, but for the first 40, we're going to get a good indication of what we want to see, or what he wants to see rather, from his lead side in 2025. And it's a new man in the one jersey, Jake Connor, who's going to get things underway here at Headingley. Leeds kicking from right to left on your screen in that famous blue amber jerseys with the blue shorts. So here we go. Underway on Boxing Day, Leeds Rhinos against Wakefield Trinity in the Wetherby Whaler Festive Classic. Wakefield will get first go with the football as Leeds look to pin them into their half early on. But Lockie, it's been a long pre-season already for you guys. You come back in, seems earlier every year. What are we expecting to see from Leeds, especially today?
One of the main things I think will be our attitude in defence and in attack. You can see here the boys are really getting off the line. We want to make a really positive step in our defence, so yeah, the attitude will definitely be up there.
So Wakefield already putting a little bit of width on the football in these early exchanges, but three Leeds defenders in there pushing them back towards the 30-metre line. Truman will put the kick in. His first appearance in a Wakefield jersey after joining the club at the back end of last year, and here's another debutant, Jack Connor. He'll bring the ball back up to the Wakefield line. Just stops short of his own 20 metres. And it always, I guess, like a difficult thing when new signings come into the club. You, of course, were one not so long ago yourself, but that gelling process and those combinations, that they can take a little bit of time to work out, can't they?
Yeah, exactly right. But I think the recruitment process that Brad's gone under, he's gone out and got obviously very experienced players, and everyone knows their role. It fits seamlessly really quickly. Landiakis has a little dart out of dummy half. His birthday, of course, yesterday, so big couple of days for him. And now Oledzki just firing into the line. The Wakefield's defence standing firm so far. This is the last. The kick will come from the boot of Brodie Croft, just inside the Wakefield half. It's a high hanging kick, but taken well by Ollie Pratt. He'll just bring it up to the 15-metre mark. Wakefield had that sparkling season, of course, last year in the Betfred Championship, roaring back into the Super League. Just losing one league game all year and comfortably overcoming Toulouse in that grand final before having confirmation, of course, of their Super League spot
a week later, so plenty of interest as to what they could do in the top flight this year as Kai Rodwell carries up towards the 40. And again, Truman kicking from pretty similar position to where he ended the last set. And again, it's Connor who just looks to turn things around, and met by 3-4 Wakefield defenders. So an early arm wrestle. And here's Marcus Sevo, his first carry in a Leeds shirt, and straight away imposing himself physically. He's a player, Lockie, who obviously had such a successful time in the NRL. It must have been a real sense of excitement when you heard that he was coming over.
Yeah, obviously his try-scoring striker in the NRL is one of the best you see, and you can see what he's bringing, him and Ryan Hall on those wings, so very exciting signing.
Ackers brings us out to the left to Frawley, he brings us up to the line, and Ash Hanley just cuts back inside. Both teams just feeling each other out a little bit here. Early pattern in this game is just set for set as the Rhinos come out to Frawley, and he puts a spiraling kick up. That's got a horrible shape to it, but it's taken well in the end. And now Wakefield again looking to return play from deep inside their own half, and there's the first penalty of the afternoon. So an opportunity for Wakefield to clear their lines. Just see that incident again, just maybe riding slightly high in the tackle, or maybe a second effort as well that's just led to that penalty being given. So Wakefield will start this set pretty much on the halfway mark.
Hold! Release him! Hold!
You mentioned defensively, you know, the attitude and that kind of thing that Brad and his coaching team and you guys at Leeds will want to see. How much are these games about players kind of, one, easing their way back in, but also putting their hand up and saying, you know, I'm ready to go as soon as this season starts?
Yeah, very much so. Brad's made it quite clear that this game means a lot. It's almost like a grand final. No, it'll be very much people putting their hand up, and you see an error.
There's an error. So Leeds back on the ball. Wakefield just unable to come up with anything on the first real attacking set that they've had in this game. And here's Ryan Hall back in that Leeds shirt. A legend around these parts already, of course. What's he brought since coming back into this group?
Obviously, Ryan, leadership. He's just been and a steady head. You know, he's been here before. He's been at Leeds his whole life nearly. So yeah, he's been really good for our younger boys and our wingers coming through.
Ledecky nearly punching his way through, but does get a quick play, and Croft brings it out to the right-hand side. Here's Hall again, just steps back in from the touchline and rides the tackle. So Leeds working themselves into a decent attacking position here as Croft again brings us out to the left to Cameron Smith. He's got Ledecky on his shoulder, but just keeps the ball in hand on this occasion. This is the last. Ackers brings us out to the right. Croft puts a little chip kick in over the top. I thought that was going to have a little bit too much to do, but it's bounced perfectly. And Josh Rourke, on his Wakefield debut, just down over the line. Here's the kick again, and Brodie Croft's got every trick in the book, hasn't he, Lockie? But that's a lovely bounce at the end of that kick.
Yeah, obviously Brodie, he very meticulous, practice that every single day, so no wonder it's pulled off there.
So Leeds maybe just edging the early exchanges, certainly in terms of territory. They'll get a decent position, you'd think, off this dropout, and the kick is up to the halfway line. Croft takes it in and brings it to Ledecky, who comes charging in up to the 30-metre mark where he stopped. Leeds with shape on this left-hand side, and that's the way they come. Ackers out to Frawley. Croft now brings it up to the line and drops it out the back to Connor, and Sevo brings that ball in one-handed, and he stopped 8 metres away. So first bit of expansion we've seen from the Rhinos this afternoon. Sevo almost finding himself in space. Frawley again brings us back out. Cameron Smith comes in as a pivot. Now they found Jake Connor, and there's an unders ball there, but Wakefield's defence just level to it on that occasion. Keep the ball alive though, do Leeds. So they'll start this play again, 10 metres away from the Wakefield line. Croft brings it up to the line and then finds Smith. Smith drops it off to Keenan Palacia on his first Leeds Rhinos appearance, of course. Connor, a little show and go. Ash Hanley is stopped 5 metres away, so this is the last. They bring it out to Frawley. It's a crossfield kick on this occasion. It's going to fall just to the right-hand side of the sticks, and again that kick chase from Leeds, really good, forcing the goal line dropout, and again, you mentioned attitude and things like that, Lockie. I'm sure Brad Arthur will have been really pleased with the way you've ended both of those sets.
Yeah, I think he'd be really pleased with the first 7 minutes of play. It's been no drop balls, very disciplined, and you can see we're just building pressure.
It doesn't feel like that long since last season ended, but just how difficult is it getting back up to speed again when you've had that break, when you've not been in that routine of playing week in, week out?
Yeah, obviously it is, but to the boys' credit that at Leeds, their off-season they didn't really go away, and they've trained really hard. So when they came back, they hit the ground running, and it's been really seamless the start of this year.
Well, Frawley bringing the ball into the line there. He's stopped about 13 metres away. Akers has options on both sides. He comes to the left where Brodie Croft is, but he switches play back on the inside to Connor, who could be through. And Jake Connor dances through the try line and scores his first 4-pointer in a Leeds shirt. And a really nicely worked move out to the left-hand side, switching the point of attack to the right. And Jake Connor goes through and straight to the training ground, that one looked like.
Yeah, that was a really good play. Obviously, we've been stretching these Wakefield wide, and I think they were a bit nervous there with the strike out now left, and we've just been a change of direction back through the middle, some tired forwards.
Shows the value as well, doesn't it, of those repeat sets. If you can't score at the end of a set of 6, the best thing to do is to get the ball back, and you could just feel the pressure building.
Yeah, well, the last thing you want to do as a defensive team is to make tackles after tackles. So I think that was the third set, second dropout. So, bit of time down there.
There's the switch back inside from Croft, and then Connor just stepping back in, and the gap opened up in the defence. And some encouraging signs from the new man in the Leeds shirt for Rhino supporters. We'll see it again. It's that wide ball out from Akers. Croft shaping to his left, bringing it back on the inside, and Jake Connor just gets in between two defenders. Doesn't need asking twice. Goes over for the first try of the afternoon. And it looks like he's going to have the duties of improving his own effort as well. Fantastic crowd here for a pre-season friendly on Boxing Day. I'm sure people told you before you joined the club what the kind of culture and the environment was like around here, but it must be a really special thing to be a part of. Yeah, no, it's really good, and obviously the weather today is beautiful. No complaining about the weather over here at the moment, but no, it's it's a big thing, the Weatherby Whaler Boxing Day game, and the boys really enjoy it, and obviously the fans love it. Plenty of Wakefield fans in that open end as well. What a time it is to be a Wakefield fan after the season they had, winning the championship treble, if you like. This was the start of that spell of pressure, really. Wakefield given a good bit of field position, but maybe just a little bit of overplaying there, getting the timing wrong, handing the ball over, and then from there on in, this is the second one of those repeat sets. We see Frawley put the ball up in the air, and defensive effort there from Leeds to force him over the line, and then this is how that passage of play came to a head. There it is again, that misdirection from Brodie Croft, and the show and go from Connor.
Just on that one too, the push support there from Keenan on the inside, which brought that marker in.
One, move now!
So Leeds up and running for the 2025 season in terms of points on the board. Made to work hard for it by Wakefield. Some good defensive effort in there as well, having to defend back-to-back sets, but eventually a little bit of ingenuity from Brodie Croft, just breaking them down. Not seen a huge amount of the visitors on the ball, and there's their first penalty conceded of the afternoon, so Leeds with an opportunity to camp themselves in Trinity territory again. Let's have a look at it, and again it just looks like a little bit too much attention around the ruck.
Too much pressure, Jake.
As ever with these pre-season friendlies, we're learning a little bit about some of the new directives and some of the new approaches from match officials coming into this new season.
Hold! Release him! Hold, hold!
So Leeds with all of their shapes stacked out to the left-hand side, and Croft with another just short drop-off ball to Walensky.
Move back, back! Hold, hold.
Pretty much dead centre. So they'll stick to the left again. Frawley up to Palacia.
3. Move, find me, find me! Hold, hold.
Leeds fans got a glimpse of him, of course, in that Test series against Samoa at the end of last season, as Frawley just keeps the ball in hand.
Move,
another good attacking position early on for Leeds in this game. Akers out to Cameron Smith. Wakefield's defence doing a good job to just Smother James Bentley there, stopping him from getting any extra metres. So now it comes out to Frawley, kicking from a similar position as the way he did at the end of the last passage of play. That ball's bouncing around all over the place and it's gone forward. So Leeds again, repeat set, prime good ball territory. And tactically already, I know it's a pre-season game, but we're just seeing that kind of approach of just working through the processes and the sets from a Leeds perspective and good ends to them so far.
Yeah, as I said before, when you get down, no one wants to defend, and then just there, the kick, they're obviously on the money, but kick's only as good as you chase, and both times there, Harry's chased those balls and created an error for us.
So scrum dead centre, 7 metres out. Croft wraps around from the other side, brings it up to the line. Jake Connor's the man again. Just thought about the offload to Sevo, but decided to take it on himself. Keep ball in hand, probably the right decision in the end. Sevo at acting half, brings it out to Croft. James Bentley will look to muscle his way through that Wakefield defence, but they stand up strong to it. 3 defenders in there. Now Eckers brings us out to the right-hand side. That ball's gone to ground. I think it's going to still come back as Leeds possession.
Surrender!
Oh no, it's Wakefield ball after all of that. Bouncing around all over the place. So first bit of sloppiness perhaps from a Leeds perspective. Is that to be expected? First game pre-season?
Yeah, but still there was just knowing our roles. I think it was Eckers could jump down the hooker and maybe overplayed a little bit there. But yeah, it's to be expected, but we want to be better than that.
Big collision. Welle, who just charged into the line there. From a Wakefield perspective, first time we've seen Trinity with ball in hand for a while in this game. And there's an error. So Daryl Powell will not be too pleased with the way that his team have come up with the early mistakes.
Middle, yeah, Brody.
Leeds will have another scrum. They'll take it into that central part of the field again. So here's just the end of that last Leeds set. A pass, no one quite sure whose ball that was, perhaps.
Stay inside.
This is that
Let's go, mate.
huge collision again. Gosh, 2 big men going into each other in the meantime. Leeds on the charge. Smith comes into the line, brings it up over the 10. Club captain again this season, of course.
That's you.
He's really kind of grown into that role. And now Frawley up to the line. Here's Croft. Out to Connor. Connor keeps it in hand and gets his second of the game. Really nice play from Jake Connor. They came out to the right-hand side this time. And a lovely show and go, and he just cuts through the line, Lockie.
Yeah, obviously you can see his class there. He's an England representative. He's been around the game for a long time, and he just sees things that a lot of other fullbacks don't. So, class player there.
Yeah, signing from Huddersfield, of course. At the end of last season, we see this again. Frawley bringing it up to the line. Croft engaging the defence, and then just a bit of indecision from the Wakefield defence on that side about whether to stick to the 2 wide men, leaving a big gap.
Just everyone, again, the push support, pushing through the line, and then that creates that 3-on-2 out wide.
So Leeds starting well in 2025, or the last few days of 2024, of course, but all eyes on that start of the season in a couple of months' time. Obviously, always an interesting time a coach comes in kind of halfway through a season, like Brad did last year, but what's his pre-season been like? What's his kind of key messaging been?
Yeah, it's been obviously a tough one for the boys. He obviously likes really hard work, so the boys have been getting down dirty and they've been getting touched up a little bit at training, but it's he just likes, hard work, and he'll pay you back. So he's been hard but fair.
So Jake Connor with an opportunity to convert his second try.
I'll back him in.
Well, up he steps. And rightly so, he backs in because it strokes it over. So Leeds 12 points to 0 up, all 12 of those points from the hands of the boot of Jake Connor. We'll see that again. Crawley, and it's Croft who engages a couple of defenders, and Jake Connor with the dummy, the step back inside, and as you say, Lockie, all of his class on show there. Don't forget, you're watching us on Super League Live, Super League Plus, of course, live Betfred Super League action every week throughout the season. The early bird offer is on £20 off your yearly subscription. Make sure you get signed up and join us week in, week out throughout this campaign. Early signs are it's going to be a good one for Leeds fans. Be interesting to see what Wakefield can do when they get a little bit ball in hand in good position in this game, as I'm sure they will. As Aledzki now.
3, move on the mark, make back. Hold. Don't readjust to that rock. Keep going.
Mackers brings us out to Croft, who then brings it back on the inside to Newman.
Back, hold. Go 4.
And that's Smith just taking a flat ball. Frawley gets through himself, finds the offload. It comes off the boot of Ackers, but I think the referee's going to pull us back and just say that perhaps that offload was forward. Fantastic idea though from Frawley, the way he got through the line and look for those support runners. We'll just see it again.
Not agree with that?
Smith out to Frawley, just manages to poke his nose through the line, and yeah, just as he was looking for Ackers, couldn't quite get the clean offload away, but plenty of invention on show already.
Yeah, the right idea there from Frawls, just the execution let him down, but he's good at that, the show and go, and he's always got someone there on his inside.
So Wakefield with ball in hand, starting this set on their own 40-metre line, looking to try and get themselves into Leeds Rhinos' real estate and play a little bit. They've not had many opportunities so far to do that in this game.
Move, red line, on the mark! No!
So Koza plays the ball on halfway, and now they come out to the right-hand side.
3, move, white line, stay on the mark! 3, good line, well done, mate, 3.
Bringing up to the line again, and Leeds defence
4.
up quickly.
Move! Hold!
Koza plays the ball. Now they come out to the left-hand side.
Surrender!
Truman and Russell working together in the half to just try and engineer a little bit of space, but not much on offer. So they'll come out to the left-hand side again. Kick goes up in the air, looking to put Connor under some pressure. He's safe underneath it, but no yards on offer. Decent kick chase from Wakefield, and now their job is to try and pin Leeds deep inside their own half, but Ryan Hall getting stuck in on his Headingley return. Now Sivo, the next cab off the rank. 2 big bruising wingers coming in off their edges to help the forwards out. Sure, that'll be a factor of Rhinos' play throughout this season. Smith gets the offload away, but Koza was in there. Ball's gone to ground. See which way the referee gives this. I expect this is going to come back as Leeds ball.
Time off, lads, 20 minutes.
Just have a look at it again. It's the offload from Smith. Oh, it's a bit 50-50 that. There's a run of changes come on for Leeds. We'll try and keep you up to date with the movers and shakers in this game. I'm sure there'll be plenty of interchanges throughout.
One of the new boys there, Cooper Jenkins.
Ackers and Smith having a sit down, so...
Let's go. This side, mate.
Yeah, as you say, Cooper Jenkins onto the field for the first time in a Leeds shirt. Gets a good reception. Jared O'Connor on as well. What a good option that is to, to be interchange O'Connor and Ackers at 9.
Yeah, exactly. And I love playing with both of them, but Jared just gives us so much. He's such a fierce competitor.
Leeds on the front foot straight away. Sivo running into Scott, who does a decent job, but Croft nearly finding some space. Just grabbed back by Caleb Welly, doing just enough to stop him. We know how dangerous he can be, of course, the former Steve Prescott man of steel. Sam Lassone onto the field as well, making decent metres in these early carries for him and getting a penalty as well. So Leeds enjoying some field position. We just see that again, Lassone. Hard man to stop
Move back, back.
when he gets ahead of speed up, and Leeds again in good field position. So O'Connor brings us out to the right-hand side. Frawley, Croft again to Jake Connor. This time Wakefield's defence wise to it. They get out and stop him.
Stand now.
And here is Cooper Jenkins, his first touch in a Leeds shirt. Brings his team 8 metres away, dead centre. Frawley, Croft brings it up to the line. Hanley just trying to step in and out. Here's Croft.
Move back.
Nicholson Watson. His first touch of the afternoon. Kick comes in again from Frawley. It's a good one. Hall gets up and knocks it back. Newman looking to try and keep it in play. And it's Newman who does mop up on that bouncing ball, but Wakefield able to get to him and make sure that Leeds unable to restart that set. So Wakefield in possession now. Corey Hall looking to get his team some valuable yardage upfield. And Lachlan Walmsley.
Find the floor, okay.
A lot of interest about what he's going to do in the Betfred Super League after a couple of sparkling years in the Championship.
Hold.
A decent set this.
Of
their own yardage from Wakefield, looking to just get themselves into positive territory. Truman brings it up to the line, and Hall brings it out to the left-hand side, and now Walmsley can try and work into some space, but covering defence from Leeds is good.
Stand now, hold!
That's been a characteristic of the first 23, 24 minutes of this game, Lockie, is that Leeds' defence has been level to everything thrown at them.
Yeah, it's been a big focus point, as I mentioned earlier, just the work in defence, the work rate and our line speed, so it's good to see that it's come to fruition today.
Move back!
Connor spreads the ball out to Sivo there, nowhere for the Virginia international to go. Hanley.
Move square back!
Bringing us up to the 20-metre mark. Connor again coming into the line.
Move Jake on the mark!
And then this is Jared O'Connor. He brings the ball out to Lasone, who kind of shape to offload, but just keeps the ball in hand and settles just short of the halfway line. Leeds come right again with Croft, who steps back on the inside, and this time he does find some space. And Brody Croft could be away here, looking for the support. Jared O'Connor's there. Wakefield's scramble defence does enough, but Leeds up to 11 metres away. And Wakefield's defence having to run back to try and get into position. Frawley stabs a kick through. That's going to have too much on it. And after that moment of brilliance from Brody Croft, a disappointing end to the set, but it shows just how dangerous that man is.
Yeah, Brody Croft, obviously, you mentioned before, former Man of Steel. He's just a quality player.
You can see it again on the replay. There's the step.
Good player to have around. Yeah, he reckons he's got one of the best right foots in the comp, but doubt it.
We'll give him right reply for that one at some point. Make sure we've got that clipped up. In the meantime, Wakefield back with ball in hand, looking to just try and get themselves a foothold in this game. Luke Bain on for them now. He'll play the ball a couple of metres short of the line. Truman brings us out to the left. This is better from Wakefield, a bit more of a direct approach, just bringing the three quarters and the second rows in. Bain with another carry.
Move on the mark! Oh, Jared, wait there, pal.
So options on both sides. This is the last. It's Russell who put the ball in the air. Lachlan Walmsley chasing it. Can he get up? Jake Connor does a really good job at fullback.
Stand now!
Walmsley had him lined up, but he did really well there, Connor, continuing his impressive afternoon.
Stand up!
But the first time, perhaps, that we've seen Leeds really kind of pinned into their own corner. Interesting to see what job they can do in yardage to get themselves out.
Hold.
Sivo is there, offering up work and finding it.
Move, find me!
He stopped just short of the 20. Darryl Powell, I'm sure, will have a keen eye on how his side defends in this scenario.
Step back!
That's the last, so it is a good defensive set from a Wakefield perspective. First time they've really managed to pin Leeds deep inside their own half. Jack Connor puts the kick up into the air. It's going to be Walmsley who just glides underneath it to take it. Looks to force his way through the line. He had walking support, but keeps the ball in hand. So Truman at acting half gives it to Hall. Corey Hall met well by O'Connor. Nicholson Watson in the tackle as well. Now they come out to the right. Oh, brilliant line speed. Fantastic read defensively from Matt Shanley. Just lined Cam Scott up, didn't miss. So Wakefield being held on the halfway line. Now they come out to the right hand side. Russell brings us up towards the line. Sevo straight up to meet Jack Croft. So the kick comes in from Russell. Again, it's Jake Connor underneath it in a Leeds shirt. Does well again, but pinned inside his own corner. And interesting, just last kind of 2-3 minutes, Lockie, we're just starting to see Wakefield perhaps get a little bit of more of a foothold, a bit of an arm in the arm wrestle.
Yeah, getting a bit of territory and showing us what they're going to do with the ball. So yeah, really good wrestle right now.
Well, commentary curse, Coach Killer, penalty in the second half of the set. We'll see that again. Ryan Hall, yeah, it's just a high shot, isn't it? There's a shoulder in there, there's an arm riding a little bit high as well, so take your pick really, referee. Not loads of distance on the kick, so Leeds will start this set deep inside their own half. Straight away, Jenkins bringing his team up into positive equity, and now Leeds can look to try and string a few plays together, but that's good defensive work from Wakefield, pushing them back and onto the halfway line. Croft again just looking to settle his line into some kind of shape. O'Connor will go himself from dummy half, and Croft was there in support of Lasoni as well, kept the ball in hand on this occasion. So out to the left with Frawley. Frawley has Croft in secondary, and then it's lost by James Bentley, just trying to get the arm free for the offload perhaps, but unable to keep it in hand. So another opportunity for Wakefield to return the ball with some interest, and they do that with Cam Scott. Strong carry from him.
Hold. Go on. Matt!
Nolly Pratt in the one jersey, bringing the ball back towards the Wakefield 40. Just see that error again in your picture-in-picture. Just a little bit of overplaying perhaps from James Bentley.
3. No! Don't lock him in! Hold. Go 3.
So Wakefield just edging their way into Leeds territory, asking for a penalty, nothing doing. Referee says get on with it. Corey Hall will bring us out to the right-hand side to Truman. Truman to Russell. Now they look to apply some width. The ball does eventually get out.
Still 4.
To Ollie Pratt, not quite as slick as Wakefield would have liked. This is the last, so an opportunity again to try and pin Leeds deep inside their own territory. This one splits the wing and the fullback a bit. It's Sevo who does really well actually, running backwards to take that one over his head.
1. Move! Hold.
I think it's really important that Leeds get to a kick at the end of this set.
2.
It's been a little bit disjointed in the last 5 minutes, maybe as you'd expect in the first pre-season game of the year. A few errors and penalties creeping in. There's that take again from Sevo.
Move, find a 4, Jake!
Really solid under that high ball so far, Leeds. Croft brings us up to the line and drops it back into Newman, who just asks a few questions of the Wakefield defence, but have the answers. Stop them on halfway.
Go 4, done it yesterday.
Ackers brings us out to the left to Frawley. There's
5.
Jenkins.
Move, white line!
Just bringing it back inside, and this is the last. So here is that kick. Will come from Frawley, just inside his own 40, inside the Wakefield 40, apologies. And now Trinity will have the ball deep inside their half.
Yeah, much better end of the set there. We got to the kick and got them pinned inside their own 20.
2. Move!
Is the danger in these games when there's nothing on the line to overplay a little bit and try and do a bit too much, and maybe the temptation is there to stray away from the processes and the game plans?
Well, yeah, we've seen the first sort of 10 to 15 minutes. We got 2 tries on the board, and that's where it can get dangerous and you can start throwing the ball around.
Well, there's a penalty for Wakefield. Roared on by a really strong travelling Wakefield contingent to our left-hand side. We'll see it again. It's Corey Hall who brings it into the line. Maybe just an arm riding up from Harry Newman. So there's that Wakefield coaching staff. Darryl Powell.
Hold.
Back in the Betfred Super League with Wakefield. Loads of excitement about what they're going to bring this year.
2, move back!
Absolutely excellent in the Betfred Championship last year. Almost flawless as Vagana plays the ball, and now to bring it out to the left-hand side, but that pass was noticeably forward. The referee will bring it back for a Leeds scrum. We'll just have a look at it again. There's the ball from dummy half, and yeah, it's just overrun, isn't it? And the pass goes forward. So Wakefield struggling to just click at the moment. We've not seen a huge amount of opportunity for them to put much attacking play together. When they have, they've come up with a few errors and mistakes like that one.
I think it just started with the start of the game. Obviously, we talked about those repeat sets and how much they had to defend. And after that, he's got no petrol in the tank.
Right, all brings us up to the halfway line. All that experience, of course. Great to see him back here. 1-year contract. He was brilliant for Holcar, wasn't he? Now back at the Rhinos as Frawley brings us up to the line, and again stepping inside. They've had a little bit of joy with that so far this lunchtime. Leeds. Frawley nearly through again there. Lasone, there's 6 to go. Now Jenkins, he comes up to the 10, so Leeds looking ominous here. They'll come out to the left. Ackers is back onto the field. Nicholson Watson stopped. It's a couple of metres short. Ackers comes out to the right. Croft looking for that step, but just losing his footing.
Stand up!
So Leeds will have to reset. Try something else. Lasone, all a little bit static, but now Frawley looking to jink his way through the line. He stopped. Ackers brings us out to the left. Connor up to the line. Bentley trying to force his way over, but Wakefield's edge defence is good on this occasion. Connor at acting half. Frawley, we've seen him kick from this position a few times. That one's hanging up in the air. Walmsley was up for it with Newman. It's going to come back. I think this is going to be a repeat set for Leeds. No, it is going to be Wakefield ball. Just thought it was Walmsley who got there first, but Newman got a fingertip to it, so Wakefield survive on this occasion. Corey Hall now with the job of trying to get his team out of yardage, but no hope there, met by a wall of Leeds defenders. Mason Lino onto the field for Wakefield.
Move, Marcus, tight!
And a Wakefield penalty. A little bit of a pressure reliever for them, an opportunity to get a few yards back in the territory, Graham, and we'll see it. I think it's just a bit too much attention in the ruck, isn't it? Just not allowing that quick play. It's only pre-season, Lockie, but those kind of penalties are the ones that will, really wind coaches up, aren't they?
Yeah, well, you do want to, try and slow it down as much as you can, but obviously tackle 2 there inside their 15 almost. So yeah, that one wouldn't be pleasing.
So Russell brings us out to the left, and
2, move, find the ground!
Both teams making the changes throughout the 40. This is Isaac Shaw on for Wakefield now playing the ball, and now they look to apply some width.
Surrender!
Corey Hall trying to find a little bit of space over on the left-hand side, nothing there. Walmsley at acting half brings us out to the right.
4, move!
Bain again just sticks it at the jumper and tries to take a few Leeds defenders with him. Lino brings us out to the left-hand side. Truman back on the inside. Sone in there with big contact. This is the last, so the kick will come in. It's Truman who puts it high up into the air, gets it right in terms of the position, but Jake Connor underneath it again. Done a really good job under those high balls.
Yeah, he has, and the kicker pressure is just giving the kicker no time, and he's just putting it a bit too long. So
that ball's come loose. We're just going to see what we come back for here. I think this is going to be Wakefield ball right on the Leeds line, so with a few minutes left. We'll see it again. It's Ryan Hall who just gets caught up, facing the wrong way, dragged back, and then the ball just pops out. It'll be a slightly contentious one when that goes through video review, but Ryan Hall certainly feels that that ball was stripped out illegally, but doesn't matter. Referee says it's going to be Wakefield scrum 10 metres away from the Leeds line, so 37 or so minutes into this game, our first real opportunity to take a look at the Betfred Super League new boys in. Good ball.
It'll be a good test for Leeds here on the defence, but one player, I think that Josh Rourke for Wakefield at fullback is our key man.
He was so dangerous for London last year.
One, move, back four.
Staying in the Betfred Super League, here he is at acting half, brings us out to the left-hand side to Ollie Russell. Russell just brings us back in as Vagana is met by three Leeds defenders. Lino now at acting half, here's Russell. I think that was Bain who was carrying him there. Or Shaw, sorry, Isaac Shaw now plays the ball. Lino brings us out to the left-hand side. Nicotino trying to muscle his way over. Bit of a low ball that from Lino, so Wakefield have a little bit of resetting to do. This is the last, so one more opportunity for Trinity to put some pressure on this line. It's Rourke who puts the kick through, but Newman does a really good job, and now it could be away. Harry Newman jinks away from a couple of tackles, finds Frawley, and then Simo's on the charge, and here goes Marcus Simo. He could go right for the field. Wakefield's defence catching up. It's Lachlan Walmsley trying to hold off. Finds Ash Hanley, who stopped just short. Brilliant work from Rourke and Walmsley to stop it. But a first view of Marcus Simo in full flight. That's got the South Stand going here at Headingley. Leeds still looking for points. That ball's gone to ground, and we're going to come back for a penalty. Interruption of the play, the ball. And we'll just see it again. Everything happens so quickly. This is Harry Newman starting it all off, kind of crabbing along the line, looking for the space. Frawley just knew that Mike Casivo would be there on the charge and straight through the gap. Didn't quite have the legs or the gas to go all the way, looking for the support. It's Walmsley and Rourke who got across in the end to shut it down.
Move, goal line! Hold.
And Leeds now looking to knock down the door from a little bit closer range as Lasone comes in.
Hold! Release him!
He's met by three Wakefield defenders, 2 metres short. Now Croft.
Move! Hold.
Wakefield holding firm for the time being. Croft brings us out to the left to Cooper Jenkins, who stopped a couple of metres short.
Hold. Go for.
Ackers. Croft again. Brings it up to the line, finds Ryan Hall looking to bulldoze his way over on his Headingley return, and he will make it over the try line, but he's going to be held up, so we'll come back 10 metres.
Ryan, wait there. Wait there, Ryan. Marcus tight. 5.
Ackers. Frawley puts boot to ball on the last. 3 Leeds players up there looking to get a hold of it. Wakefield just do enough in the end. And in fact, that's been knocked forward off the Leeds' hands, so we will come back. For Wakefield play the ball 10 metres away from their own line, but just go back to that break in the game, Lockie. So the way that Sivo came onto that ball, and Frawley knew exactly where he'd be.
Yeah, just get the ball to that man. Obviously, should have backed himself, I think, but Lachlan Walmsley, one of the quickest players in the comp, I'd say. So he was there in cover, luckily for Wakefield. And then the scramble from Wakefield as well to save a try. So yeah, good play from both teams there.
Backwards.
So here's Walmsley, good offload from him as Wakefield looking to try and keep the ball alive. Worth mentioning, of course, some of the changes that they've had off the off-season as they looking to integrate 10 new signings. But half-time here at AMT Headingley. Leeds Rhinos 12, Wakefield 0, all 12 points. Scored by Jake Connor on his first appearance in a Leeds jersey. Marcus Sivo so close at the end of that half to extending that lead. But at the break, Leeds, who take a well-deserved 12 points to nil win, lead here at Headingley, and both teams just making their way back into the sheds. There's the man who has all 12 points in this game so far, Jake Connor, alongside Mike Acevo, another debutant who's shown some really encouraging signs from a Leeds perspective. Brad Arthur suggesting that he's going to make wholesale changes to the back line at half-time, but 40 minutes in, positives for both teams. A positive on the scoreboard from a Leeds perspective as well. Let's just have a look at the action then from that first half, and this is the first try of the afternoon. It's that reverse play from Brodie Croft back on the inside, and Jake Connor showing a bit of class to work his way through.
Yeah, obviously we touched on that. That was at the end of a couple of repeat sets, some tired forwards back through the middle there, change of direction, caught them lacking a bit.
Yeah, just see that second angle of it. You can see Croft just shaping out to the left, but Jake Connor staying up on his inside and over for his first 4 points in the league shirt. And it was the same story a few minutes later. This time on the right-hand side of the sticks. Croft again bringing it into the line, and the go just catches Corey Hall out, over-chasing a little bit and strolls over. And the Leeds would have been really pleased with how those first kind of 10-15 minutes played out.
Yeah, I think they controlled the momentum really well, which resulted in the 12 points. They held the ball, they got repeat sets, and they defended well. I think that next sort of 10 to 15 minutes they went away from it a tiny bit, which wouldn't please Brad, but no, it was a really good start to the season that will be.
So those two early tries, the only ones on the board so far. Let's take a look at some of the other moments. Here's Brodie Croft just finding a little bit of space and breaking his way through the line, and the support runners there. That essence as well will please Brad, won't it?
Yeah, obviously, if people are making line breaks, you want to try and execute them, because the hardest thing to do in this game is to score points. So, yeah, the push support there, Brad will be very pleased with.
And then this is that back to front play, shutting down the kick to begin with, and they're finding Mike Acevo on the charge. And like you say, I think if he backs himself here, he may have come up with a different result. He was waiting for the support to come, and it eventually did. It's a really good effort that from Josh Rourke, and Lachlan Walmsley coming back as well to stop that try. So as we stand at the break, Leeds Rhinos 12, Wakefield 0 at half-time in the Wetherby Whaler Festive Classic Boxing Day Rugby League here on Super League Plus. We'll be back with the second half very shortly.
They're taking it today. You're excited, kids? Yes, they're excited. We're going to have a massive whitewash while the Leeds Rhinos are going to whitewash Wakefield Trinity, baby. Woo! All right, Chris, would you like to set them off then with our mass snowball fight on the beach? Right then, guys, are you ready? 3, 2, 1, let's get ready to rumble! Yes, come on, let's get stuck out there. You, like that. I'm getting bombarded. Stop it. Stop that immediately. Stop it. Stop that with this infant. Outrageous behavior. What about somebody? That's it. That's it. Stop. Get up. See it. This is crazy! There's no way of being super about Christmas in the world. No, I don't stand up me. No feet. I surrender. The Trinity now comes up to the coconut child. Stop fighting the Trinity. Right, who wants it? Who's going to hold it? You're in the wrong stadium. You should be playing cricket. This is crazy. This whole crazy. Oh, we're breaking
Well, welcome back to AMT Headingley Stadium. Fantastic to have you with us, joining us from all over the world as well. We've got viewers in Australia, Spain, Denmark, Mexico. Hello to those of you tuning in Thailand, New Zealand. We've had all the fun at the fair here at Headingley. A few of the Leeds staff looking to work off a few of those turkey sandwiches, a few of those mince pies. That pitch just seemed to get longer and longer once he started running down it. Ronnie the Rhino on duty to finish things off. For the main event, back out onto the field of play for the second half. Wakefield and Leeds ready to do it all over again. Alongside me to bring you this second 40, Leeds fullback Lockie Miller. I suppose a slightly different team talk when it's a pre-season game like this.
Yeah. I think similar sort of message would have been thrown out there, though. He would have been very happy with our start, our defence, our attitude. He would have just wanted to fix a couple of things up. But now Brad's very much every game's a grand final at the moment, so it would have been serious.
So as expected, as alluded to before the game, wholesale changes for both teams. We'll try and keep you up to date with those as they continue throughout. Here is one of those, Jack Sinfield, doing well to get himself onto the ball and drop it off to Tom Holroyd for Leeds. So Rhinos looking to carry on the way they started that first half. 12-0 lead courtesy of 12 Jake Connor points.
Hold.
Zaletsky plays the ball, and now Cameron Smith.
Three.
Some of the senior players still out there for Leeds. Ackers as well.
On the mark, Cam, that's you.
And acting half.
Play it. Go, three. That's
Dead centre brings us out to the right-hand side.
Excited to see big Tom Holroyd this year, actually. Pre-season under his belt.
Well, there he is playing the ball, and now Ackers out to Smith. Connor still on the field of play as well. He stopped 35 metres away.
Hold, middle, hold.
Looks like he's going into the halves. And young Diskin at fullback.
So here's Jack Sinfield. Hoists a high one up into the air.
Surrender.
Dealt with well.
Stand now. Hold, goal becomes in.
By Rourke, and now Wakefield looking to try and get themselves out from the shadow of their own sticks. Lachlan Walmsley with the carry there, doesn't make a huge amount of progress. Lino at acting half out to Corey Hall, who runs into Sinfield and Holroyd. Cameron Smith in there as well for Leeds.
Three. Move! Oh, make hold. Hold! Go, three now.
Three Leeds defenders in there again as
hold, James, hold,
Wakefield make slow but steady progress out of their own yardage. They'll come out to the right-hand side. The Garner carrying in there. Up towards the 40. Hand goes in the air from the ref, so this is the last in the set. So kick will come from inside their own territory. It'll be Lino who puts boot to ball under the pressure of Ackers. And Leeds with an opportunity to return fight.
Surrender! Stand now! Hold. Surrender, you surrendered. One.
So Jack Sinfield, dummy half, brings us out to the left-hand side.
Move! Hold.
Sinfield again. Riley Lum carrying in now.
Move, pull back! Hold.
He'll play the ball 45 metres away from the try line, and Ledsky flies in. Ackers now, dummy half, brings us out to the right to Sinfield. Connor keeps the ball in hand.
5. Move! 5 me left!
James McDonald, who
Hold. Go, 5.
plays the ball about 30 metres away. Here's Cameron Smith, just slight overrun from Ledsky. Smith's going to have to surrender this. He doesn't do it in time, and that'll be a Wakefield penalty for obstruction. It's a little bit of mistiming, miscommunication maybe.
Yeah, I think they were looking to run there in the last, but not sure what the call was there, but would have been nice to get to a kick and just try to emulate that first half, that first 15 minutes that we had.
Look about that,
So Lino's kick brings us just short of halfway.
Watch how that ball comes on there.
Cam Scott brings us up over the halfway line.
1. Move on the mark, Cam! Hold. Go, 1.
Relatively central will come out left to Lino.
2.
Gives it to Isaac Shaw. Shaw will play the ball. No, he won't because he's lost it. He was looking to get a set up and running from the 40-metre mark, but there's an early error, which Darryl Powell won't be pleased with even at this early stage of the season. So Leeds will take the scrum on their own 40.
Tight,
We'll just see it again. It's Lino to Shaw. Shaw met by
let's go past. 3
Leeds defenders, and somewhere in there the ball just comes loose, and Leeds get the ball back to Connor. Brings us out to the left-hand side. 3 Wakefield defenders in there on that occasion.
Hold! 6 again, slow! Don't push transition!
Bentley bringing us up over halfway. And bit of rotation in the tackle. Referee says it just stays the right side of the horizontal, so no penalty, and Leeds will continue on in this set. Tom Holroyd looking to make his presence felt early on in this half that's coming into the game. Now they come out to the right-hand side. Simfield.
Surrender! Stand, Mason! Hold!
Making decent progress in this set so far. Simfield brings Aledzki into the line.
4, move, back!
Still a couple of tackles in hand. Ackers brings us out to Connor.
5, move, find his floor! Find the floor!
His teammates in there, but it's Bentley who stops short. It's a sloppy play, the ball.
Still 5.
Wakefield's defence up to it. That's held up over the line, so we'll go back 10 metres.
And over in the 10. Mark is tight! Tighten up!
That'll be a turnover as well because it was on the last. So Wakefield with the ball 10 metres away from their own line.
Move! Hold. No!
They try and dig themselves out from yardage, but good line speed from Leeds. McDonald in there, Simfield as well. Not allowing Wakefield any space.
3, move, Cam, hang on, Jake. Hold. Go 3, good mate, hold 3.
Now Trinity will try again on this left-hand side.
Yeah, I can.
Sefta Katimo that time. Bring it up over the 20, one of the 10 new signings that Darryl Powell's brought into his team. Now, Lino trying to duck and dive his way through, but Leeds' defence is good. And there's positive signs against Lockheed that the amount of changes that they've made at the break, that defensive unit still seems to be pretty cohesive, working together, talking together. Well, a bit of a mix-up there, just as I say that.
They got there in the end, but yeah, exactly right. Obviously, that defensive mindset about being up in everyone's face, it's just a decision that you got to make, and the young boys and some of the older boys still out there have come on and kept that same intensity as to the first half.
So there's Lam bringing up towards the 30-metre mark. Ackers, that's the half. Aledzki, the senior player, is just putting through the hands.
4, move! Hold! Go 4. Still 4.
And now O'Connor brings that to the left-hand side, and could be an opportunity here. First score of the game, perhaps, for Wakefield. He's going to go all the way. The error from Leeds leading to the first point of the game, and it's Noah Booth who goes back to front for Wakefield. And after we were just saying about the cohesiveness and the togetherness after the changes, just a simple error allowing Wakefield back into the game.
Yeah, it was good build-up in that play. Obviously, Cam hit the ball with speed there, created the overlap, and I think it was just young Diskin at fullback. Maybe couldn't believe what he had in front of him, and he's just come up with nothing. But yep, good opportunistic try.
So Wakefield on the board, their first points of the season, the first points of pre-season. And Ollie Russell, the opportunity to improve 4 into 6 and shorten the gap in this game to a 6-point ball game with about 32 minutes, I should say, left in.
Got about 8 minutes getting to goal, hasn't it?
I think it's the most important thing for both teams now is just that set completion. Obviously, if one side here starts completing more and getting to the end of their sets and holding the ball, I think they'll come out on top. So it'll be interesting to see both sides' reactions here.
So it should be a relatively routine conversion, and is for Ollie Russell. Into the sun. Glorious day here at Headingley.
Anything for Leeds?
Here it is again. It's Leeds just trying to play over to that left edge, as you say. Diskin perhaps seeing the opportunity in front of him, but not quite being able to bring the ball with him. Noah Boover racing away for Wakefield's first points of the afternoon.
Time, lads.
So Jake Connor get us back underway. Deep kick to that far side, and Lino just about brings that in safely. He might have had his heart in his mouth for a moment there, but Wakefield will
move now.
have possession.
Hold.
Start this set 12 metres away from their own line.
2. Move, Cam. Yeah, pal, wait there, James. Wait. Go, nice, mate. And he's
What
good.
can they do now? They've got a little bit of wind in their sails after that try. They look to apply some whip straight away, and they're through the line again. That ball back on the inside. It could be moved away, but it's going to be pulled back for a forward pass. It'll be interesting to see that one again. I think it was Rourke who engineered the space over on the right-hand side and made the break. Really good work from that Wakefield back line. We saw this characteristic of their play a few times last year. It was Ollie Pratt who goes through the line, in fact. We'll just see. Oh, yeah.
Where we're going here, lads?
Right across the line as well, which is a bit of a giveaway. The forward ball just letting Wakefield down.
Some good play there from Wakefield. Obviously spreading it out of their own end, catching Leeds just out wide, lacking a bit.
Back on that line.
So a couple of warning shots from Wakefield in this second half. Points on the board, of course, from that Leeds error. And Aledzki not packing into the scrum, coming in as a strike runner.
Move on the mark.
Takes us into Wakefield territory. Ackers now out to Holroyd. He fires himself into that line, met well by 3 Wakefield defenders, but still gets some extra metres out of it. So up to the 30, where Ackers will look to bring us out to the left-hand side. Sinfield drops us back into Bentley. Bentley now up to the 20-metre line.
White line.
Ackers has got most of his options on the right, and that's the way he comes to Cameron Smith, who then chops back in, and Sinfield half thought about darting through the line of support, but Smith will just settle the ball 10 metres away. Good attacking opportunity for Leeds to hit back straight after conceding. Holroyd looking to barge his way over, but he's stopped.
Release him. Hold.
Up against the
Stand up,
post protector.
Stand up.
And this is the last, so noticeable shape that's been put on from Leeds, but in fact they'll go for it. Aledzki will try and shunt his way over. He does make it over the line, but he's held up. So back will go.
Need him quicker in yardage, mate. Turn over, mate. Turn over, pal. Turn over.
It'll be Wakefield ball, of course. That was end of set. Not a bad place to turn it around, of course. But let's get straight back in. Walmsley looking to try and get on his bike and bring that ball away. But he's met by the Leeds forward. This is Cam Scott.
Move! Hold, Cam, hold. Hold. Go to 16, not square.
Now Hall has a go, but Leeds defence
Release him!
standing pretty firm.
Hold. Go 3. Tighten up at marker.
Wakefield just trying to muscle their way upfield at the moment. Fancy keeping the ball in hand, getting through these yardage plays. Now they'll come out to the left-hand side with Lino, who thought about a big ball over the top to Walmsley perhaps, but keeps it in hand. And Wakefield will kick from inside their own half. Oh, and that's another error. Wakefield with an opportunity, and just maybe as those changes have come in, a little bit of sloppiness, a little bit of nerves perhaps from some of these young lads creeping in.
Yeah, I think just a young Disco there, bit of nerves, but he's a class player. I was really excited to see him today, so he'll bounce back, and it was a good effort to get to that ball in the full. To be fair, just slipped his grasp.
Yeah, a number of these Leeds youngsters coming through, very highly rated, of course. Club's got so much history of producing players out of the academy. But it's Wakefield with a golden opportunity to go back to back here.
Feed it straight in, Ollie.
Their second try
Trap,
of the
trap,
half and the game.
Out.
They come out to the left-hand side with Lino. Corey Hall, who's growing into
Move
this
back.
game now as time goes on.
Oh. Go one.
Now they come out to the right-hand side where
Two.
Luke
Move, pull
Bain
back,
will
Mick. Oh.
add a bit of muscle.
Go two.
Now they come left, Lino. Bit of misdirection, looks to put a kick through. Hall's chasing after it. Diskin does well on that occasion.
Surrender.
On the spot
Stand
to sweep
now.
up, and Leeds survive.
Oh.
And perhaps not the most cohesive end to a set from a Wakefield perspective, but Leeds will be pleased. Oh
Surrender.
my word! Bain lining up
Stand
a
now.
huge shot there.
Hold. That's a good line, well done.
Looking to make his presence felt early on in pre-season.
Three.
And again,
Move back.
he goes
Hold,
flying
hold.
in. So Wakefield perhaps just upping the intensity slightly in terms of physicality in this game.
Four. Move. Hold. Hold.
And it's a strange one, isn't it, pre-season? Because obviously the last thing you want is injuries, but
Mick, camp.
you don't
Mick,
want
Mick.
these games to be training runs either. You need these to be as close to the real thing as you can get.
No, exactly right. So it's physical out there. That's a perfect kick from Jake Connors. Found space. He's just turned the momentum here for Leeds, I reckon.
Move back. Hold. Hold. Go one.
So Wakefield
Surrender.
deep inside their own half again, just raw,
Stand
trying
now,
to
hold Tom. Hold mate. Go two. Nice.
get himself
Good comms, two.
away. Wakefield missing some big players, some big names, of course, that were part of
Three.
their
Move.
promotion campaign last
Hold,
year.
hold.
Not there anymore. Luke Gale's
Jack.
moved on to the coaching staff. Jermaine McGilvery,
Four.
another one
Move,
who
white
hung
line.
his boots up at the end of
Go,
last
go,
season.
good, mate.
Max Jowett not playing today, record points in the season in 2024. So
Five. Move left. Get back.
And
looks
then
to-
Square
some
it, Marker.
signings, Mike McMeekin and Tom Johnson, who will add plenty of experience into that team.
yeah, plenty more to come from this Wakefield side. They look poised to have a real crack at Super League this year. Certainly have a real crack at Leeds in this last
Hold,
10
hold.
minutes of the second half.
Fire. Surrender. Stand now. Wait.
One of the real things from a Leeds
Good line, well
perspective
done.
that seems to be prevalent as Lasone fires into the line this year is
Move the
Brad
legs.
Arthur seems to
Square
have
off.
created a real competition
hold.
for places and a real kind of, healthy competition within the squad.
Yeah, exactly right. Obviously, there's a couple of people in the squad that
Four.
might have their position
Move
set, but
back.
there's still plenty left up for
Hold,
grabs,
hold,
which is
back.
you can sort of see it on show today. Everyone's really putting their hand up and playing some good footy.
So Walensky brings us at the back to Sinfield, who steps
Five.
inside,
Move,
looking to try
get
and get
back.
away from
Back.
a couple of Wakefield defenders. Ackers
Play
now
on,
brings
play
us
on,
out to
play
the
on.
left. Here's Diskin.
Five.
Connors kind of dropped back into that fullback role, if you like, in this set. Now puts a tall kick up, dealt with well by
Stand
Boone.
now.
But Wakefield starting his set just a metre away from their own
Two.
line, and that
Move
lead
back.
line speed it has been all
Hold,
afternoon,
hold.
just firing up as Wakefield make another trio of changes.
I think that will be one of the
Move,
most pleasing
Bobby.
things for Brad so far today, is just that constant line speed and willingness to get up and try and keep them inside their own half.
Move on the mark. Find the floor.
Seth Nicotimo, one of those new Wakefield signings there, just
Go for
making
good.
a little bit
No,
of progress
no.
over on this left-hand side, and then Lachlan Walmsley runs into Sinfield and
Five.
Lusone.
Move, red line, look at the mark. Hold.
Ackers in there as well.
Go five.
Ollie Russell puts the kick in from near his own 30-metre line. Diskin safe underneath it. Crowds along the line a little bit, looking
One.
for space, can't quite find it.
Move. Hold. Hold.
So Sinfield in an acting half.
Surrender. Stand now. Wait. Wait. Go to a good line. Well done. Two. Three. Move back left. Went back. Go three. Good. Good. Good.
So steady progress in this set from Leeds as Nikolai Ledsky
Help. Release now.
just makes a few bonus meters off the back of that carry, and now Lasone really firing up for that one.
Move white line.
Wakefield's defence pretty level to it. But now we'll come out to the right-hand side for the last. Sinfield will put the kick into the air. Rourke will be safe underneath it. And he'll get a penalty for his troubles as well. And just taken out in the air there. The call from the referee.
Yeah, just the discipline there of, I think it was Riley Lum. So either got to get up for the ball there or wait for the fullback.
Almost
catch
caught in two minds, isn't he, about whether to challenge for the ball or wait for the play to be complete. So Wakefield clear the lines. Corey Hall brings it up towards the 40-metre mark. Lino in a dummy half. Told to get out of the way, and they'll look for a play that could get this set up and running. Well, they stopped just short of the halfway line.
Hold. Go 2.
And now they come left.
3. Move, don't readjust. Go 3.
Rodwell playing the ball, and now Russell brings it back to the right-hand side and just puts a little chip over the top. And the ball has come loose, and they could be in on this left. Oh, it's just gone to ground.
2 knock-ons. The first
Bit
one's
of a
off Leeds,
scrappy
it pulls
passage
it
of play
towards.
from
The first one's off
both
you.
sides there, a knock on either way, but Wakefield just showing a little bit of creativity. Turn things around.
It's facing that way, but it goes that way.
We'll see it again. It's the
Ollie.
carry
Ollie.
from Rodwell that sets it up,
Here's
and a
the
quick
scrum,
play,
Here's a mark,
just
lads.
forcing Leeds
Ollie.
to scramble a
Ollie,
little
have
bit in
that one, mate.
defence.
In
Well, he
season,
brings it
got it
across.
quicker,
It's the
mate.
kick over the top.
Tell me, Mark, quicker.
It's Marcus Gary out there on the wing, who unable to bring it in cleanly.
Fill the scrum, mate.
But gets away with it on this occasion, although it will be Wakefield ball. So another opportunity for Trinity
Yeah.
to try and cut this
Nice
lead,
and tight,
maybe bring
Jacob.
the scores to parity.
Get it now. Out.
20 minutes left here on
Well,
Super League Plus. Pleasure to have you with us for this Wetherby Whaler festive challenge. Really entertaining affair so far, to say that it's
Move,
just the first game of pre-season. Some real
hold.
quality on show as Rourke plays the ball. Warmsley brings us out to Lino. Rodwell.
2.
He
Move,
stopped
square it, marker.
16 metres away.
Hold. Go 2. Still.
Come back to the left side, and Lum nearly just reaching out for it. I could feel you reaching out for that one next to me,
Go,
Lockie.
mate, yeah.
Yeah,
Ollie.
he did a good
Ollie.
job there. Tapped the ball up
50,
rather
yeah.
than down. Yeah, it was a good read, saved a try.
Yeah, but it isn't that far.
So Wakefield another opportunity to put pressure on this Leeds line.
Tight, please. Mason, wait a
Certainly
minute,
since those changes at the break, the
Jack,
pattern of this
tight, mate.
game has shifted a little bit.
Back row in, back row
Seeing
in.
far more of Wakefield in a
I'll call it, lads. Get in now. Shot.
attacking sense. And
Out.
it's exactly what we have here as they bring the ball out to the left. Lino looking to step his way through the line.
1. Move, back
Toby
foot.
Warren in the lead shirt
Hold
there
time,
to
hold
stop him.
Go 1.
Now Harvey Smith brings it out to the right. Caleb Wello
2.
looking
Move,
to
Sam,
force
go
his way
on.
over, stopped just short.
Hold.
But
Hold.
Wakefield in striking distance.
Go 2.
And they're over. Really simple ball in the end. Seth Nicotimo. There was a defensive read gone wrong, and he flew through the gap for Wakefield's second try of the afternoon. And the 12-point half-time deficit could well be gone in a few moments' time.
Yeah, good play there from the 9 and also the back roll there of Wakefield. Was simple try in the end, straight through.
Just a little bit of misdirection at the play of the ball, isn't it? The Leeds defence jumps out slightly, and Steph Nicotimo flying through the space. It's Harvey Smith at dummy half.
Yes, Sam. Keep
Leeds thought they were going wide and just ignored the presence of Nicotimo.
It's that same sort of picture that Leeds had in that first half. They had the ball and they created the errors from Wakefield, and then in this half, obviously, Wakefield have made Leeds turn the ball over and defend, and in the end, it's tries to come of it.
So Jack Connor, one of 4 Leeds players, just walking off by the Wakefield fans, getting a little bit of stick. It's a great rivalry to have back in the Betfred Super League. 2 famous Yorkshire clubs. Well, Russell with the opportunity to tie things up here, and he doesn't miss. 12 points apiece. About 17 minutes left in the game. So we could be going to the wire in the Wetherby Whaler Festive Challenge. The sun beams down on AMT Headingley. Fantastic afternoon of Boxing Day entertainment.
Jack, just wait there, pal, won't you? Time it, lads.
There he is, Darryl Powell, plotting his way back to Super League with Wakefield last year.
One.
You'd be pleased with what he's seen, I think.
Hold.
In this second half, certainly. From a Leeds perspective, obviously a lot of changes have been made. The younger players have come in. What will the kind of parameters that Brad Armour's looking for? They've changed a little bit. There's an error.
No, I don't think he's looking for much here. I think the young fellas, I think he just wants the same sort of discipline and the defensive attitude as we spoke about in the first half. But same sort of thing for Wakefield. You mentioned they've got 10 new signings. Obviously, it's not going to happen straight away, and it looks like they're clicking a little more in the second half.
Ackers brings us out to the left-hand side. Leeds looking to spread the ball with Sinfield. Sinfield now to Diskin, who spins away from one tackle and another, keeping the play alive. Eventually brought down 8 metres away.
Hold. Go two.
Ackers.
Move line!
Nicholson, Watson, cut down, 6 metres away. Ackers again. Sinfield, short drop-off ball. Wakefield's defence level to it for the time being.
Go four.
Just to Lassone back on the inside. The two senior bodies out there now, really, from a Leeds perspective.
Put your markers in if you want to pile up 10, please, Sam.
In fact, that was held up over the line, so we're going to come back 10 metres.
Go 5.
Jack Sinfield puts a kick up in the air. And it'll come down into the hands of Corey Hall from a Wakefield perspective.
Not going to fleece.
Knocked down, in fact, by Lee's hands. So we're going to come back to the 10-metre mark.
5th knock on. Put your markers in tight. Tight, Jack. One.
Corey Hall.
Stand, Keenan!
With the next carry from that set, then up to the 12-metre mark.
On the mark, Paul, don't put him there.
Lachlan Walmsley up towards the
Move.
20.
Come on, Sam. Hold. Go to Keenan, make it. Good now, 2.
Robwell. Drop off ball.
Move, Sam, back. Hold.
Ellis Lingard will play the ball. Smith will bring us back out to the left-hand side, but Robwell will
Move,
get another piece of the action.
Hold. Go 4.
Smith again. Lino will kick
40,
from
40.
inside his own 40, possibly a 40-20 attempt. He's not going to get the bounce, so Diskin will be able to mop up and try and bring this ball back up towards the 20-metre mark.
1. Move. Hold. Go 1 on the Ackers. Surrender.
Leeds with a job to do in yardage here.
Stand up.
What these games like, I guess, the more senior players in the group, how do you guys respond to seeing the young guys come through and get an opportunity?
I think it's really good. Obviously, we train against a lot of these guys during the week, and they show us what they can do at training. So it's good for them to be out here and play against a bigger and more experienced team. So no, it's really good.
Ackers put in the kick in that time. That might have been a 40-20 attempt as well, but the bounce not kind. Rourke brings it back. A huge shot goes in. Yeah, it's Palacia making his presence felt on his first appearance in a Leeds shirt.
Hold.
He's a big boy. Wouldn't want to run into that.
No, part of that. Oh, there we go. You see it picture there. Palacia did not miss Josh Rourke there. We saw him, of course, as part of that Samoa squad that came over at the end of last season. Now we're getting to see him strut his stuff for the Leeds Rhinos.
Hold. Go 4.
So Wakefield
Hold. Release it back, Andy.
Plot their way out of their own half. Different feel to the game now that the scores are level.
Really good arm wrestle here, so see if his team can come out on top.
May only be pre-season, but try telling any of these guys that the win doesn't matter.
Move. Hold. Go 1.
So Leeds with ball in hand, looking to work their way upfield.
2.
Wakefield's defence doing a good job here, though, of just winning the wrestle a little bit, forcing Leeds back, making them play off slow rucks.
Help! Move! Hold. 6 again! Oh.
It's another slow play the ball, too slow. That time the referee says enough's enough.
Cheers, mate.
Leeds will have the opportunity to clear their lines
Let's go, mate.
and work their way into Wakefield real estate. That's Sinfield with the kick back up towards the 40-metre mark.
Surrender!
So Nicholson-Watson with the
Stand
carry
now!
there. Leeds looking to
Hold. Go on, surrender, Tom.
earn themselves an attacking position. Short ball. Sinfield to Toby Warren.
2! Move back!
Warren
Hold.
stopped short of the
Hold.
20. Andy Ackers, who's got some good minutes under his belt. Now to Sinfield.
3.
Sinfield almost through the line,
Jack.
but just dealt with by the Wakefield defence. Ackers again, and then Wasone.
4.
Big
Move,
carry
go
from
on.
him brings
Hold. Go
Leeds to within striking distance, and they'll come out to the right-hand side. Sinfield will keep it now, look to cut through.
5.
It's almost
Move.
there as well, but
Hold.
just couldn't quite find the leg speed to get himself over. Nicholson-Watson will have a go. This is the last. That felt like a little bit of a wasted tackle at the end of that set.
Yeah, obviously I think they've got a bit of a young spine on at the moment, and with Sinfield getting tackled there was probably no one there to step up. But they're down in the end where you want to keep them, so they just got to
Andy, tight
D up
marker.
here.
So Hall with the carry
1. Move, pull back, Sam.
from deep inside his own 10-metre line, and then a penalty for Wakefield. Too much going on after the tackle, so both teams just perhaps falling foul of trying to slow things down a little bit too much in the last 5 minutes. Opportunity for Mason Lino to put the ball deep and move his team downfield. That will take them up towards
It is, lads, look there, 2.
halfway mark. So Wakefield
1.
with ball in hand
Move
inside
again,
their own
Sam, come
half,
on,
but a
pal.
full
Hold,
set of
nice,
tackles
mate.
in their pocket to work with. Ellis Lingard comes up towards the halfway line
Hold.
where he stops. Smith at dummy half looks both ways and opts to come to the left, and
3.
Caleb
Move
Welle
now.
almost finding himself out in the open,
Play on,
but
play on.
eventually brought down. Lino brings it up to the line, steps inside,
4.
straight
Move.
into Palacia,
Hold. Go 4.
who brings him down. So Wakefield again
Still 4.
to come through, and there's
5.
Lingard.
Move,
The
go line.
offload was superb, and it's put Wakefield in a really good position on the last tackle. There's an overlap there if they can find it. Ball's gone to ground. It's come to ground off a Leeds player, so Wakefield will get the ball back, but
50, mate, yeah. 50, yeah.
just a moment of brilliance in the offload, and Leeds all of a sudden finding themselves scrambling.
Yeah, try saver there from young Jack Smith, but this offload, mate, how did he do this? Ooh.
Good set, mate.
Manages to find the flick ball. Cozza,
It's okay, pal.
he stayed down since, so
We'll be shot clock process this.
hopefully it's just a
No green card.
bit of cramp maybe at this time of the year, or a little bit of a sore knock in the cold. Samuel Sone takes a sit down for the end of this game. He made a real impact, doesn't he, in the middle?
Yeah, obviously everyone knows what he's like running, but he's come back so fit this year, and just that set there at the end, he made 3 or 4 cover tackles, which saved us a bit. So he's looking for a big season from Big Sam.
What about yourself? Obviously not playing today, but what's your recovery look like?
No, yeah, just recovering from a hamstring. We're looking just to be back for round 1. So.
Well, Wakefield looking to spread things out quickly. Noah Booth's got the first try for Wakefield this afternoon. Couldn't quite find the space there. Here's Cozza again, looking up towards the 10-metre line, back of his feet, which is good to see. Now they come left. Here's Lino, drop-off ball to Welle. Welle almost through. Leeds defence just does enough. Left-hand side they go again. The overlap was there, but Corey Hall just couldn't find the pass. So he stopped 2 metres away from the Leeds line.
Go 4. Play on dummy, play on dummy.
Oh,
Play on dummy, play on dummy!
Lino, a little bit of misdirection. There could be another overlap here if they can find it. There could be away in the corner. Oh, and it's a fantastic defensive effort. It's either a fantastic, it's either a wonderful defensive effort or a wonderful try from Dom Sinfield. The referee's given it. Well, forgive me, I thought the Leeds defence had done enough, but Dom Sinfield looks like he's pulled a miraculous finish out of the bag.
Just notice the work here from Mason Lino. The tempo that he puts on the ball just stops Leeds' defence, and then from there where they had us stripped.
Well, they found the overlap a couple of times and not been able to make the most of it, but it's Dom Sinfield on this occasion, and that is, well, that's a winger's finish from the man with 13 on his back. We'll see it again, a bit closer angle. Here's that kind of misdirection from Lino, slows the defence down to speed them back up again, and they come wide. And let's have a look at the finish. How about this? This is where it looks as if Leeds had done enough, but that is a superb bit of work.
Great finish.
Out on that far side, and Wakefield hit the front for the first time this afternoon. Difficult kick to put over this one though. Josh Rourke taking over the kicking duties. It's a decent enough strike. Has he got the legs? Not quite. So it's just the 4-point lead for Wakefield, but for the first time they've held that lead. Let's just have a look at that try one more time. Spread it from left to right.
Time, lads.
A few Leeds defenders just wondering what Lino was doing with the ball, stopping and staring. And then from there on in, it is all about the finish. There, just thought a foot had gone in, but he'd done really well. But Leeds could be straight back into the other end. I think they've scored from the kick-off. Oh, it's all happening here on Boxing Day. Leeds hit back straight away. So fresh from conceding, chaos at the kickoff.
I don't really know what to say for that, mate. Sorry. I'm sorry. He's a really good chaser. He's a young fella. He's a really good player, but I think what I really like about this is he's a young half, and he's pushed up on the kickoff. He wanted to get in there and get hungry, which is good.
Well, let's have a look at this again. The kick goes up. Horrible bounce. Gets himself to the ball first, and as you say, George Brown in the 26 jersey, hungry, getting himself a try on Boxing Day. One of those ones where everyone in the ground kind of blinks, not entirely sure what they're just seeing. But in a blink of an eye, we are all square.
That's the game we play, hey?
That is a funny thing, a rugby ball, doesn't it? Especially on these kind of hard, cold pitches that we get at this time of the year. It's a big moment. Jack Sinfield steps up, strikes it well. Flags go up, Leeds lead again. 3.5 minutes left in the contest. And the Rhinos regain the lead by 2 points in the Wetherby Whaler Festive Challenge. So here it is again. It's a horrible bounce. Causes all sorts of chaos amongst the Wakefield defenders. And George Brown, first man to it, does really well actually. Just takes a finishing. It's a short kickoff from Wakefield.
Really good take there from Riley Lum.
But Leeds get the ball back, so they
Two,
have possession
left.
in a key point of this game. Palacia plays the ball. Nicholson Watson carries it up over halfway.
3, move!
Tell you what, Lockie, it's a pre-season friendly, but really entertaining 80 minutes of rugby league.
Yeah, exactly right. I think everyone here at the field will be pretty happy with this. Spending your Boxing Day watching a quality game of football.
Sinfield, Palacia. Bit of basketball now from Leeds. Nicholson Watton keeps it in hand.
Move, get back right! Hold.
Come out to the left-hand side, which is where Sinfield's drifted out to. He puts a ball up in the air. Leeds defence as well. Rourke does end up with the ball in his hands somehow. So Wakefield will have possession, but they are starting a metre away from their own try line. And look at this from the Leeds defence, swarming now. 10,810 people inside AMT Headingley. This Boxing Day lunchtime. Fantastic support in this pre-season friendly, a real tradition in this part of the world. And Hall does well to get that ball out of hands to the outside. But Wakefield just overplaying, nothing really that Tom Delaney could do there to try and keep that ball in. And that might just be enough for Leeds to see this game out.
Yeah, I think if they can hold the ball this set and get to the end of the set, even if they run it, I think that'll nearly take us to 80 minutes.
And it's one of those little things, isn't it, this time of year, you know, you're practicing in a live environment. It's that game management sense of being a couple of points up in a tight game.
Yeah, obviously we have our two very experienced halves, Matt Frawley and Brody Croft on the sideline, but one thing that this man here, Sinfield, has on him is he has a very good head on him. So if they're not out there, I want Sinny out there controlling the game for me.
He comes from a half-decent gene pool, doesn't he, Jack Sinfield?
Yeah, he's got a name around here for some reason.
Here's Diskin.
Drop goal. 4.
He stopped 10 metres away. I wonder if Leeds will look at the drop goal option here just to try and get the ball back and slow things down a little bit.
5. Move!
This is the last. They're shaping up to the right-hand side. It's not the way they go. In the end, they'll just look to turn the ball over a couple of metres away from the Wakefield line, and barring a length of the field miracle try, it suggests that Leeds have done enough here. Corey Hall looks to carry it out of yardage. Leeds defence does well, and that will be that. So a really entertaining 80 minutes of rugby league for your Boxing Day lunchtime. Leeds Rhinos 18, Wakefield 16 in the Wetherby Whaler Festive Classic. But plenty to be positive about for both sides. Minutes in the legs, good rugby league, and a step closer to that start of the season.
Exactly right. I think both teams, touch wood, got through unscathed, which is what you want, and yeah, everyone gets to enjoy their new year.
So Leeds, the winners on the day, but just 2 points in it. Wakefield certainly won't be too downhearted with what they've done in the second half of this game. Back in the Betfred Super League, of course, in 2025, and you can see live Betfred Super League action every week here on Super League Plus. Take advantage of our early bird offer. Pub season ticket holders, you will be sent a voucher in the new year for discount as well. It's all in front of us. The start of a new season, always an exciting time. And here in the Festive Challenge on Boxing Day, it is Leeds who get things up and running with a win in front of their home crowd. 10,000 strong here inside Headingley. Some nice moments. Ryan Hall's return, of course, one of those. Let's just take a look at the action from the second half, and this is Wakefield getting themselves back into the game. Just an error from Diskin, and Noah Booth sweeping up, having the pace and the presence of mind to clear away from that Leeds defence, and this felt like a little bit of a turning point in the game.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, the winger just up there in the defensive line in the right spot, and the ball's falling for him, and got that winger's pace to get there in the end. And as you said, there was a bit of a shift there, and then we've seen this second try.
Almost the complete opposite. If one's length of the field, that's the equivalent of a tap in, and Nicotimo just stepping into the space.
Just good play though from, as I said, the hooker and the back row. Leeds were very short there on that short side, and it's just good an overs line from the back row to get on the outside of his man.
So that was the try that locked it up, and then this is the one that looked like it had changed everything in the course of this game. Wakefield going left to right. Lino causing a little bit of confusion in the Leeds line, and then Comes out to the right-hand side, and how's this for a finish from Dom Simfield?
Yeah, you won't find too many better than that. It was a class finish, a good team try, as I said, from Lino with the slowing the tempo up, but then also just the shape that they had on the ball.
Well, he had me thought, because I thought he'd not managed to do enough, but he'd done more than enough. I'll just see it again in slow-mo, keeps that foot in play, gets the arm up. Excellent finish. But then almost straight away, we were still talking about that try. Wakefield into the lead, and then this happens. A horrible bounce of a rugby league ball catches everybody out in the Wakefield defence. And who's on hand? No other than George Brown, the young half for Leeds. Johnny on the spot to bring the ball in, score the try. It was enough to take them to a 2-point lead with the conversion. Just again, that bounce. Blimey, you couldn't do that again if you tried, could you, from the kickoff? George Brown, the benefactor.
I reckon if you ask Jack Sinfield, he'll say he did that on purpose.
Oh, absolutely. We'll see if he can do it again, eh? So there is the Wetherby Whaler Festive Challenge Trophy that's going to be handed to Ash Hanley, Cameron Smith shortly. Consecutive wins for Leeds, winners last year, of course, as well. Another fantastic edition of this Boxing Day special. These two teams put on. Great day for it as well. Beautiful weather here in Leeds. Perfect for rugby league, and 10,000 people in this stadium going home with a real taste of their mouth for what's to come.
It's good to have some footy back, isn't it?
Must be great for you guys this time of year. You can kind of sense that it's getting closer, and you've had a bit of time off, you've refreshed a bit, ready to go again.
Yeah, exactly right. And we just, we had that first block of pre-season, 6 weeks, really tough work, and it's good for these guys out here to get their hands on the footy and play a bit of footy, because it's what they love doing.
Is Christmas a bit of a line in the sand in pre-season? Do you almost look at it as kind of pre and post, and it almost becomes a different thing when you get into January?
Yeah, well, obviously for us, we got the Wetherby Whaler on Boxing Day, so we really look forward to that. We train hard, get ready, and then we have a little break after Christmas, and then we come back in and go again. So yeah, you could say Christmas is that line in the sand.
So Leeds the victors, lifting that trophy this afternoon, but of course, I'm sure you've got your sights set on much more silverware this year.
Yeah, obviously we got high hopes for this year, obviously with our recruiting and obviously having such an experienced coach. We're really excited for this year, and there was just a glimpse there, but exciting times ahead.
How important is it to get the start right? I know you started off with a win last season, but those first few weeks can really set the tone, can't they?
Yeah, exactly right. And as I said earlier, every game is a really important game to us, so we won't be taking any game lightly. And I think round one, we actually play Wakefield round one, so it'll be good to see them again and get our season hopefully off on the right track.
Yeah, be doing it all again very shortly. Not far away now, the start of the season. It will go very, very quickly, so Leeds the victors this lunchtime. Wait for that trophy lift. There we go. Cameron Smith, Ash Hanley in there. And then a couple of days off now, or straight back into training?
For me, I'm straight back in, obviously to get this hammy right, but these fellas, they'll come in tomorrow, review this game, and then they'll have a bit of a break, enjoy their New Year's.
So there we have it, job done for Leeds. Fantastic 80 minutes of rugby league, a real taster of what's to come this season in the Betfred Super League. Leeds Rhinos 18, Wakefield Trinity 16, but Wakefield plenty of positives for them as they return to the top flight. Thank you for joining us. Lockie, fantastic having you behind the mic. I know you're desperate to be back out on the field. We'll see you out there very shortly. I'm sure. Don't forget, Super League Plus every week. Live Betfred Super League action. And get involved in that early bird offer for a club season ticket holder, you'll have a voucher on the way to your emails very shortly. But for the time being, enjoy what's left of the festive period. Fantastic to have you with us here on Boxing Day. We will see you in the starting blocks for the 2025 Betfred Super League season.